Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the RDZ Sports Channel with your boy RDZ in the building. Oh man, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for the people that newly just subscribe to my channel. I'm never without you guys. Please make sure you hit that notification button. What can we say, man? Another game in the books. Sam Howell's not the answer, y'all. I was wrong about Sam Howell. Sam Howell's not the answer. I'm sorry. He's not the answer. 2 weeks back to back, Jacoby Brissett came in and delivered big time. You know, there's no more excuses for Sam Howell. Sam Howell is not the guy. He's not the man. I was wrong about Sam Howell. You know, the O-line looked at average when Jacoby Brissett was in the game, but when Sam Howell was in the game, the offensive line looked atrocious. And I think that's partly to the fact that it attributes more so to Sam Howell more than anything else. I'm no longer going to put it all solely on the offensive line because I was putting it all on the offensive line. Although Sam Howell holds the ball too long, the offensive line is still bad, but they're not as bad as we think. Sam Howell is it's like night and day. Everybody, we had a Jahan Dotson sighting out there today. And I noticed when Jacoby Brissett is in the game, Jahan Dotson gets targeted. But when Sam Howell is in the game, he doesn't target him as much. Maybe once every game he targets that guy. But when Brissett is in there, he targets him at least 3 to 4 times. In that short period of time, he targeted Jahan Dotson like 3 times. You know, those guys need to get the ball thrown their way. Sam Howell doesn't recognize the coverage is quick. They play the style of defense totally different when Sam Howell is in the game versus Jacoby Brissett, because Jacoby Brissett is a veteran. He pick up on stuff. Sam Howell doesn't. Let's just call a spade a spade. Sam Howell doesn't, and defense are able to play him a certain kind of way. They can blitz, and they know they can blitz freely because Sam Howell doesn't make the necessary adjustments. You know, early on in the year, Sam Howell was like one of the top quarterbacks against the blitz, but teams, they figured it out. They use a lot of zone blitz coverages now. At first, they was blitzing them. They was calling like zone blitz. Not zone blitz. I'm sorry. They was just blitzing and playing man on the back end, and Sam Howell was torching them doing it that way. But they figured out. They said, okay, we're going to run a zone blitz. Buffalo was the first team to really caused Sam Howell problems. Team seen how he couldn't handle what Buffalo was doing, and it's a copycat league. Ever since then, and although he had some good games after that, the game against 2 games against Philadelphia. If you take out the Philadelphia game and I think Atlanta game, he had a good game against the Broncos, the comeback game. So Atlanta, 2 games against Philly, the Broncos. Other than that, I'm trying to see what else game. Was the Seattle game? Might have been the Seattle Seahawks. Other than that, other teams, the Giants, they slowed them down tremendously. Arizona had a pretty good lock on them early on, first game of the year. But that Buffalo game in Dallas also. Yeah, Dallas had a good game against them, good defensive game plan against them both games. But the Buffalo game was the game that really made them look bad, man. And then from there, you know, after that Buffalo game, like I said, he had a couple of good games. But then when you get down past Philadelphia, once we got past Philadelphia and just strictly played against the Giants on down, he's been going downhill and he's been digressing instead of progressing. He just been going down each game. He was 6 for 22 today. You know, early on they didn't help him out. They dropped balls and stuff like that. The field goal, the punt got blocked. Ron Rivera and Eric Bieniemy didn't put him in the best situations. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not gonna really say Ron Rivera, more so Eric Bieniemy. He's calling long developing plays. And I get it, you know. He's putting Sam in situations to try to figure it out, because basically those plays are all scripted. The first 15 plays, like the commentator said, the first 15 plays are scripted. Like I said, they didn't help him out when they dropped it. Curtis Samuel dropping it. Then Logan Thomas dropped the interception. Logan Thomas, if they're going to draft something, they got to draft the tight end this time. And they got to draft a legitimate tight end. If they're going to go with Cole, cool. And I could never think of this guy's name. He dropped a touchdown today. 87. I'm just going to say 87. I forget this guy's name all the time. But when I'm watching the game, I know who exactly. I can pronounce his name with ease. Cole Turner, and then number 87. You got to get rid of Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas, I think his contract is about to expire anyway after this year, and they have to cut ties with him. Just let him go. He's not the one. He's not the answer. I'm sorry, just not. What else? As you see, the defensive line still not getting pressure. That's not a secret. We already know we need 2 defensive ends. We know that. We know we need linebackers. We know we need a cornerback because St. Juice is not it. We clearly see St. Juice is not it. Like I said, the coach need to develop Forbes. You know what I mean? Forbes need to be developed. Quan Martin is not as bad as I thought he was. He need to be coached up better. Put him in the right situations. Who else? Kendall Fuller, I think this is going to be his last year with us. I think this is either this year is his last year or next year will be his last year. I think he signed a 5-year deal. Defoe, I want to see what Defoe made of. So next year when he comes back, I still want to see more Defoe. So I wouldn't hit the panic button on safety. You know what I mean? Cameron Curl, we might have to replace Cameron Curl. I don't know if they're going to re-sign him. That remains to be seen. But me personally, I would go on a move of getting rid of him. You know what I mean? A lot of fans probably would be in disagreement with me, but, I just figure that we need more explosive players on defense, and I don't think Cameron Curl, although he's a smart player, he's not an explosive player, and I think that's what we're lacking on that defense. We need guys flying around, and we got too many guys that's just good role players, but they're not potential starting players. You know what I mean? So I think we can upgrade in that position also. You know what I mean? It's not a shot at Cameron Curl because he's going to get his money. He's going to start for another team. So it's definitely not a shot at Cameron Curl. He's just not. I don't think he fits what we're trying to do. He just don't. Sometimes going to a new spot, kind of re-energize people, and maybe they got a scheme that's tailor-made for him that will fit him. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want him to get. I'm not saying get rid of Cameron Curl because he's a bad player. No, he's not a bad player at all. So definitely not for those reasons. I just feel like we need to go into another direction. If we're going to start over, we need to go all the way. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. It's nothing to knock over Cameron Curl. Special teams. The special team coach. I think that would be the only person that I would retain. He can't kick field goals. He's been that's the only coach on the coaching staff that's worth anything. That's worthy of mentioning to keep and retain. You know what I'm saying? That block that they gave up, that was more on the player. That wasn't on the coach. You know what I mean? That player missed an assignment. You know what I mean? Since then, it didn't occur when they punted the rest of the times in the game. So that was strictly on the player. Now, if it kept happening, then you can say it's the coach. But I'm not going to say that's the coach. That was more so the player. So I'm not going to condemn him for a player. Players got to take the blame on some of these things too. It's not all the time the coaches. The coach their butt off, but the player got to go out there and perform. You know what I mean? And just like Irk Bieniemy, like I said, Irk Bieniemy is not as bad as people want to sit up here and indicate or perceive. Irk Bieniemy is not that bad. You know what I mean? He's not that great neither, but he's not bad. Brissett just proved to you that Eric Bieniemy is not that bad. The running game, I thought, did remarkably well when Brissett was in the game. See, when Howell's in the game, they like to play that zone blitz. They like to play the middle. They like to blitz on the edges. You know what I'm saying? They push up the middle. And the defensive linemen, they push on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Because they know Sam Howell, when he panics, he likes to step up first and then run to the outside. So they already know what he like to do. He'll step up. Then when he realizes the defensive tackles are pushing back, the offensive lineman back in, that's when he try to retreat to the outside. And by that time, it's too late. The defensive lineman is already on you. You know what I mean? So, you know, Sam Howell is easy. It's easy. They figured it out. It's easy to defend against them. Now, Brissett, he's a veteran. He's a savvy veteran. He's seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool him with too many things. He know where to go at with the football. And then when everything is covered, because sometimes defense win the battles. When everything is covered, he know when to take off and run. You know, get some positive yards out of it. You know what I mean? Or when to throw the ball away. That's a savvy veteran. That's a mark of a great backup. He's a great backup. He's not just a good backup. He's a great backup to have. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't jump out there and say, oh, he's a starting quarterback. No, he's definitely not a starting quarterback. But he's a great backup to have, to come in there and provide a spark. It's just what he did the last 2 weeks. And the last 2 weeks, what he's shown everybody is that this offense is not that bad as Sam Howell is making it look. You know what I'm saying? Sam Howell makes the offense look like it's incompetent to do anything, to sustain drives, to get first downs. He make the receivers look bad. He make the running game look bad. He make the coaching look bad. One player from the most important position in all the sports can have that effect on an offense. It really can. Nobody, if you don't believe me, then you don't know football. The quarterback can make the whole offense look bad. You put a good quarterback in the game, watch how the offense looks. They'll go from, they're number 16 in the league. I guarantee you, if Jacoby Brissett would have played at least 10 games for us this year, the offense probably would have been ranked number 12 or number 11 in the league. I'm not going to jump out there and say it'd be a top 10 offense. No. But he'll win you probably about 3 more games so far on the schedule. We probably would have been, right now, we probably would have been 7 and, what's our record now? 4 and 11. We probably been 7 and 8 right now if Jacoby Brissett would have been started for the year. We'd have been about 7 and 8. You know, nothing special. But the offense would have been just outside of number 10. It would probably been 11 or 12. You know, I give them that at least. Defense would have been much better because they would have been rested. You know what I'm saying? The offense would have been sustaining more drives. They'd have been scoring more points. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We just got a draft, man. I'm glad we lost today because our draft capital was even better. You know, it keeps it right there where it was at. And we could be in and running for a starting quarterback, a starting offensive lineman, another wideout, or defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Some linebackers, whatever the case may be. We can go any, like I told you, we can go any direction in that first first 5. If we get the top 5 pick, we can go any direction, and we can go any direction on the team. We need a spot at each position we need to get better at. Any position you can mark on the field, we can pick, we can draft. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. But anyway, I just want to make a quick video, you guys. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the new subscribers. If you like this video for the first time watching, please subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also hit that notification button. Until next time, it's your boy RVD. Peace.